Welcome back to Awful Movie Reviews.
Now don't bother me again, is that clear?
Before I say anything else, I just must warn you guys that the Cape Canaveral Monsters was directed by Phil Tucker. Yes, the one and only Phil Tucker who brought us such terrible movies like Robot Monster.
I didn't do badly for a one-armed man, did I?
So I didn't go into this expecting anything, and yet I was still massively disappointed.
Oh, I know what's bothering you.
The existence of this film bothers me, but just before we get going, if there's a bad movie you'd like me to review, just leave me a comment down below, and don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel to never miss out on another bad movie review every Friday and cult horror movie review every Tuesday.
We will see to it, leader.
We witness a terrible car crash which leaves a couple dead. In the shiniest place on Earth. I know that this is South Florida, but come on, that's a lot of sun. But those dead bodies are used by alien visitors who are represented with little balls of energy that float in the air, which is honestly one of the stingiest effects I've seen in a movie ever.
Could you have done any better?
The aliens take possession of the cadavers and hide out in a cave while they carry out their master plan to conquer the world.
Your arm. I'll take it and sew it back on at the laboratory.
I'm not sure how that's gonna work out. They report to their master, who's nothing more than a flying Pringle upon the screen.
For this, there is no reason. There just is no reason.
Must obey the Pringle Master! But the jig is up. The alien intruders are discovered by a couple of young scientists working at the airbase. They're led by this absolutely annoying stereotype of a German scientist that we've seen a dozen times before, but here it's done even worse than usual.
You think because he is so young, he should be spared my tongue. What better time to learn? He is still a student.
They find out that those extraterrestrial beings are responsible for the rockets they've been launching up in space, crashing back down on Earth. We also find out that it's been happening for months, and they just keep sending out rockets. But you know what? Who gives a shit? Let them blast. It's all in the name of science and progress. Anyways, in case you haven't already noticed, the Cape Canaveral Monsters is an awfully cheap movie. It's got a very grainy, low-budget look to it, and the performances are wooden as hell. It's funny how at the end, when the aliens are blown up by some chemical reaction that I did not understand one bit, the whole canyon explodes, but everyone is safely walking back to their cars. I would have liked to see them blow up.
I like this better.
It wasn't actually filmed in Cape Canaveral, but in Bronson Canyon and in Griffith Park, which were the same locations Phil Tucker used when he shot Robot Monster.
This place gives me the creeps.
TV back in the 50s and 60s was supposed to be much lower grade than actual movies that were released in theaters, and this is a perfect example. When the scientists are held captive by the aliens on their ship, they can't move because of some electronic and magnetic device which sticks them to the walls, but it couldn't be easier for them to escape because everyday objects made out of metal, like watches or necklaces, can be used to free yourself. Come on, make an effort. This is a very obscure science fiction horror movie. In fact, so obscure that there isn't a single known review that exists today from when it first came out in 1960, because no one gives a shit, as they should. Well, I'm giving it a review, alright. I'm giving it a big fat, what an awful movie.